Well, very good. Kyle Weaver beeped in here, and so let's go out to Kyle.
Dream
Kyle
City
used to be at Bella
Christian.
Vista, won the championship last year,
Yeah,
and
he's won two championships already. I'm pretty sure, right?
he
He
has
got one
won
with
Hillcrest.
Hillcrest.
We don't want to mention that word too much, but yeah, Hillcrest and then Dream City. So yeah, not Dream City. He won it with Bella Vista, but now he's head coach at Dream City. So we'll let him explain, what that was all about. And so let's see if we can get Kyle on the phone.
Hello.
Oh, hey Kyle, this is Dan. We're doing our podcast right now. Okay, it's me and Mikey Davis, and we're going through the different teams and talking about the different teams. Do you have a minute to visit with us?
Yes.
Okay, and so we've already previewed a couple of the teams, and we've previewed the fact that you made the move from Bella Vista. You're over at Dream City, and so let's just kind of start there, and you talk about the move and what kind of prompted the move after you won the world championship at Bella Vista. You think, well, why would he move to Dream City? And so there were a lot of questions this summer on, why did Kyle move over there? So you can kind of talk about that if you will.
Yeah. No. Dream City. Again, Don Brown at Bella Vista was great to me and was wonderful. And it was definitely a tough decision. I made the move again based on a plan God had out for my life, and growing up in Dream City Church, it was where I grew up in and what instilled my values and ethics. And now I'm back attending, and they came to me and wanted to really build a national program, and the location, and I've known where that campus has been, and the location and campus and area is just a beautiful and a great area. And they came to vision as building a national program and a national school, and they have again still land available that we own that we can eventually even build out on, and just the blueprints and everything was there for it. And again, I think God had put it in my life and had set the steps for me to take, and it's been great. And again, we're getting the gym floor redone and getting our lights redone. There's a lot of things that are coming together, and just overall, I want our kids to be also taught biblically in the classroom, and having that component is wonderful. Again, me being a grad and a graduate from Colorado Christian University, I saw how much that did for my life, and just overall, just it builds character. And I truly want our kids not to be the best kids on the court, but also the best kids off the court. I want them to be leaders, and I want them to open doors for girls, and just be gentlemen, and be really biblically taught in the classroom, which again they are. So,
Well, that's a great example, and so um, that explains the move over there. And so we won't keep you long. I know that your time is valuable, Kyle. Just recently, how old is the baby now?
she's about to be 10 weeks old this Friday.
Okay, so I try when I talk to Kyle, I try to give him, I try to stay away from him unless I desperately need to talk with him. So, but Kyle, if you can, just kind of go over, talk about Arthur Kaluma, talk about Marjan, talk about your current roster and so forth.
Yeah, no, we have a really talented roster, and they're also phenomenal and great kids. We've got obviously the first one you say is Archie Kaluma. He's a 2021 6'8", pretty much a skilled. Uh, Honestly, he can pretty much play 1 through 5, but he's a Draymond Green, but more skilled and a better shooter. And he's again, I truly think he'll be at the end of this year be a top 10.
And you hear me, Kyle? I lost you there.
Character kid, and he's talented. He's going to shock. Again, he's ranked right now 37th, which I really don't care about rankings. But he's one of the most talented kids and I've ever coached, because he's mature beyond his years and he gets it. So he's again a 6'8", pretty much really 1 through 4, but can play the 1 through 5, and can shoot the ball, can handle, great decision maker. And he's really trimmed down his body. Next is Marshawn Blais, 6'7", 2 guard, 2'3". Again, great shooter. Best aspect.
Another 5-star. You got
Yep.
2 to 3 5-stars. Yeah.
He's a kid that he knows how to play with and without the ball. Not a lot of kids that are that highly talented and highly ranked know how to play without the ball, and he knows how to create for others. And he's a great scorer, great shooter, great size, great length, and he really he knows how to create. And he gives us, we have a well-balanced attack. I really love our group, how balanced we are. So he's a kid that, again, is going to, shock a lot of people because his skill set is so unique. He shoots the ball so well, has such great size. He's still finding, he's going to give us a high percentage score. He's going to probably be in that 20 to 30 a night a game range, but also be able to create for others. So he's not just a guy that puts his head down and can score. He can score and also find others.
Right. And then
You got a very high intensity player with Jalen Anderson transferring over from AZ Compass. Tell us a little bit about him.
Yes, no, Jalen. He's been again. I'm still shocked that he's not more highly recruited, and I don't care about rankings, but he's not higher on the rankings too because he's very talented at 6'3". He's got great size at the PG position. He's also now really this, again, I was training him all summer, but also I've seen just from the summer to now how athletic he's gotten. Already with 6'3" size, he has great size at the point guard position. He's got a beautiful shot. He's honestly got one of the prettiest shots I've ever seen a player have. So with that element, he makes himself very unique at the PG positioning because of his size and athleticism and the way he shoots the ball. So he's again someone we were excited with, and he was pretty much our first recruit. We got on the board when I started recruiting him. So it was he gives us a great element, and just the ability to shoot the ball. He's going to open up so much, and he's got the ability to attack and find others, and he's got size, which is great, and he can defend.
And you got a set of brothers there. Tell us a little bit about the Martinez, correct?
Yep. So yeah, Big J and Ray John, they're both phenomenal kids. Big J's lost some weight and has been, again, just growing and maturing day in and day out.
And he's a UNLV commit, correct?
Yes, UNLV commit. So he's got, again, we've been really, really trying to, with him and Arthur, we've been really trying to push him to really kind of just get more in shape because we're going to play this year. We're going to play at probably the fastest speed I've ever coached at. So we're really trying to push the ball this year, and we're trying to get Jay at that. Jay shoots the ball really well, and now we're just trying to teach him when to pick, when to pop, and when to roll. And then Ray's a very my comparison of him, he's a lot like the kid Duran Artest I had last year. Him and Duran are very similar. They're hard workers. They keep their mouth shut and they compete. Ray can defend, which is going to give us another element. He's just energy is always at the highest level. So he's, again, a kid that I'm going to try and really make him into that Duran Artest role that gives us a really good defender, and just he gets after it and keeps his mouth shut. He just competes.
Yeah, and then Marshawn has a cousin that has a great name, Blais, right? And
Blais Beauchamp.
And he can shoot it, can he?
Yeah, Blais is one of those. Again, there's not a lot of I don't know, honestly, right now, especially in the 20 class, if there's a guy that can shoot the ball as well as Blais. He, again, is a knockdown shooter. and he just day in and day out, just there's not a shot he ain't afraid of, and he's again I've seen the kid reel off 4, 5, 6 NBA threes in a row playing up and down. So he's just he has any space, it's going in and it's going up. So he knows again how to score the ball, and he played on a national level last year. Started at Finley Prep last year, and so he's again he with Howard Poley in the UIBL, he averaged 18 a game on the UIBL this past summer. So he knows how to score the ball and knows how to score at a high level.
Right.
You know, a few years ago, you got to coach Josh Green. I think now you got his little brothers on your team.
Yeah, no, Kai is again Josh was great. Kai is again he's every college coach walks in, they always ask really how Kai's doing, or just asking in general. And my first answer always is the kid has developed the most, and we went to school now for 6 weeks. He's developed the most in a month and a half I've ever seen a player develop, and also just he gets it. He's again the first day being a freshman, being the youngest kid on the team, looked real nervous. And today he's not passing up shots. He's attacking. His athleticism. He's got that coming. He's going to be. I tell Dion and I tell Dylan, are the two coaches, that kid's going to be scary in 2 years. I'm starting to get scared right now, thinking how good that kid can be. Again, when I had Josh as a sophomore, Josh did things that I'd never seen a kid do passing lanes, and Kai's already a legit 6'6". So Kai is, again, being with a parents who both play professionally, and then having two brothers that both play 3 levels Division I with Jay at UNLV and Josh at Arizona. He knows what it takes. So with just that element gives him a whole nother perspective, and he's a kid that you would think, because of who his brothers are, and he is highly touted. A lot of people rank him in top 25 in the country and all that stuff. But you would think he's not ranked. You would think he's a nobody by how hard he works. And again, it's tough. It's tough when you're the freshman and you're the youngest guy on the whole team. If you make any mistakes, guys jump on you. But our guys have really came to him and really tried to lead him. And he's also now just upped his game. He's now a guy that has a chance to compete. And again, you wouldn't think freshmen, especially on the national level, you never see freshmen that can compete right away. There's not many guys that can compete as freshmen, because that's 4 years. You're thinking most kids are 19 years old by the time they graduate. So for him, he's competing against these guys right now. So in 2 years, it's going to be really scary. So I'm kind of scared right now, seeing how good that kid's going to be, because he just gets it. So
yeah, I think he'll benefit from the grind session. I think just like Daisha Nix did. Daisha started with us as actually an 8th grader, and so it is very interesting to see that. But I think Kai will progress like that as well. And so, who else do you have on your roster, Kyle?
Brandon Talbot, who came over with me, was with me at Bella Vista.
Brandon can shoot it. He can shoot it. Yep.
So 6'5" shooter, and he's got a bunch of mid-major offers. Just really, really can shoot the ball, and has gotten more athletic, and has gained weight. So now he can attack, and he's opened up his game a lot. So we have him. We have also Mai Dusonic. He played for the Slovenian national team and helped them get to win a bronze this past summer. He's about 6'8". Real athletic. He's already got a college body. Just high IQ kid. He's a mid to right now. He's got mid majors all on him. Some high majors recruiting him, but he's just a kid that gets it. Again, just knows how to play the game. Has a European feel. Knows how to move without the basketball. He understands. He understands the little things are what wins games, and he understands that. We also have Marco, a 6'3" 11 big from Canada. He's again only a junior. He's a young guy too. So he's got a high skill set. So he's a junior, but he's real athletic. He's again Serbian, natives of Serbia, but they moved. His parents moved to Canada, and he's got again a high IQ feel of the game, athletic, really a legit shot blocker, a high major type shot blocker. So he's going to help us a lot. Um, so
And you've won 2 world championships, Kyle, and you really feel. I was talking to you earlier today, and you feel like this is your best team that you have put together in terms of 1 through 12, 1 through 15, whatever. So that's what. Can you talk a little bit about that for us?
yeah, and we also have one other guard, Unisa Toure, and he's a guy that brings a lot of energy. We're going to use him in a lot of situations. We're defending full court, and he's going to be a guy that gets in other point guards. But yeah, leading on to that, I feel like this is I think one of the probably my best group I've ever had on and off the court. They're really, really just they get it. We've had. You never can really say you have great practices in the month of September because all these kids are coming from different coaches, different perspectives, different programs, and it takes time to buy in. And these group of kids, they've all bought in. We've had great practices. They understand. They know what the main goal is. They believe, and that's the biggest thing is getting their trust. And they've really again. I don't know why they trust me, but they do. So it's great when you got just a great group of kids that understand. But again, I think this is my team that I think I love. I really don't know. Again, I remember the other 2 championship teams I had, but I don't think we had this. So it's again a different element. Obviously, my first one, DeAndre and the second one last year with the group we had, but this group is just special. They will have. They're very unselfish. They all have each other's backs, and they understand. We have the leadership that's key. So they're going to again. We're going to try and go for again our first year, try to win another championship, and that's the goal. And I truly believe we have a legit chance. If you would ask me, I would take my odds over any other program in the country, and I believe in this team.
Oh yeah, there's so much talent in the West. Like I said, just going through it, and then you sit there and you count up the 5 stars, and it's crazy. I would say that you've got by the end of the year. I know that you've already got 3. If Kai's a young 5 star, but he is a 5 star, and I think that you guys at Dream City could have 4 guys that are 5 stars. And you look at Prolific, they've got 3 guys that are 5 stars. You look at Arizona Compass, they got 3 guys that are 4 stars that are trending towards 5 stars. So I mean, there's so much talent in that division. It's just going to be very interesting to look at them at the first. All these teams coming in to DeAndre Ayton's Duel in the Desert, and you're kind of my go-to guy for that. You get the referees, you get the facility. Can you tell us a little bit about Duel in the Desert and when that's going on?
Yeah, no, that's going to be an absolutely a great event because again, it starts off the year right away, and you don't usually play in November, especially on the college level. You never play legit competition right away in November because everyone's trying to get their team ready and get them prepared. And what the grind session does is it's a clash right away. These kids, again, that's why, again, I've had now 3 college coaches come in these past 2 days that we sent recruits to, and they said your kids are just different. We got steals from you because they every game in the grind session is a straight. It is a grind, and our guys truly do get better from that, and that's the element that people don't understand is, again, everyone says they have the iron sharpening iron motto, but do you truly have it? Do you truly believe in it? Because yes, you can develop them and train them day in and day out, but if you're not actually allowing them to play against better teams and the best competition, you don't have that model. And what the grind session does, you can't back out of games.
No, that's
You
exactly
can't
right.
back out of
And
you can't back out of playing so and so. I don't want to play prolific in November. No, that's what most people would say. No, I want to play prolific right away in November because I want to see where we're at in November compared to March, because that's a real tool of, if you're a good coach and if you develop guys, you're going to see that growth and that development from. You've got to have a barometer. If you don't have a barometer, you can't say you're truly the best and you truly know how to develop kids, and you don't believe in iron sharpening iron model. And that's what the grind session does, is it allows that to happen.
But Kyle, we're sitting here at the home of Mustang Madness. You know, Mark Madison. We're sitting in his studio right now on the campus of McCracken County High School. And so, tell us a little bit about you were at Bella Vista, and so I call you up and I say, "Hey, Kyle, you're coming to Mustang Madness, but you got to play 3 games for me." And I really thought there's no way. I thought you'd be lucky to win one, and then you went on and won all 3 of them. And so that's kind of what you're talking about. But tell us what happened that weekend, because you got to see a lot of people, really, really reach their potential as players at that time, if you remember.
Yeah, no, I still remember we played again Friday night, then we played Saturday morning against Oldsmar, then played Saturday night against Victory Rock. And Victory Rock, I still remember a lot of people. If there was a bet in Vegas, we probably would have been minus 14 points at least. And for us to play again Friday night, then go play Saturday morning against Oldsmar, and then literally play. It might have been 9 hours later. It was late. It was a late game. It was like 8:30 or 9 o'clock against Victory Rock. A lot of people would have really. The first the Rock. We played the Rock, and then Oldsmar, and then Victory Rock. And a lot of teams would have really, one of those games would have been just like a fall asleep game, and most teams probably would have went 1-2 or 2-1. But with that, what it did for us, it grew us, and that was a real test. And the guys came out ready to play, and they believed in themselves.
Yeah.
The biggest thing, the difference between championship teams and non-championship teams is just. When it comes down to the clutch, if you don't believe in winning, if you don't have confidence in your team to win, if you've never done it before, it never happens. So what that did that weekend, what it did for us, it helped us get over that hump.
Right.
When we won that 3rd game, it set a new bar. And again, we might not have won the championship that year, but again, no one would ever thought we would have held prolific prep and literally lost one time in overtime, and the other one lost on a buzzer beater by Jordan Brown in our first year ever at Bella Vista. So for us, for what we did that first year, it set the standard, and it helped us. We returned 8 of the 9 guys from that first year at Bella Vista, and it kind of set that bar. Like, now we know what it takes. So again, that weekend was monumental because it set the bar, and they understood how to win a big game. Because again, a lot of people count them out against Victory Rock, and Victory Rock was loaded.
Yeah, I just remember I was setting up in the balcony there and watching your 3rd game, and I remember Terry. It seemed like he was dunking every other possession. I just remember Jimmy Bell went up and missed a dunk, but almost tore the whole rim down. And so I was just like, wow, this team has some heart, and so it was just it was refreshing to see you were put in an adverse situation, and it's either fight or flight, and you guys decided to fight, and not only did you fight, you won, and you won all 3 battles. So that was a testament to your coaching. That was a testament to your leadership, and so it was just that was when I realized, hey, Kyle's got a chance here, and you'd already won the one championship, and so it was no surprise when you won a 2nd championship.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So anyway, Kyle, we appreciate your time, and we'll let you go here. And so, but we will get back to you. We're going to do podcasts throughout the year. So sometimes when you see me, see my name pop up there, see Mikey's name pop up there on the phone. It's going to be about a podcast. So, but we appreciate your time, and so it's just a way to get the guys' names out there so everybody knows the makeup of the teams of the grind session. So thank you very much.
No, definitely.
Appreciate you, Kyle. See you soon.
Yep, no problem. Thanks, Mikey.
Bye-bye.
Talk to you later.
So there is Kyle and Dream City. So now we know the story behind that, and so
Since we're on that subject, I guess we can go ahead and talk about Bella Vista. I mean, we don't know too much about them. We know they got a new coach in Reggie Fox.
yes. And as far as the roster has come, we haven't received the roster yet. So, and we really don't have much of a way to get a hold of Reggie, but we'll do that at some other point. And so, but we know that Bella Vista has a lot of international guys. They're going the international route rather than going the traditional route with a lot of guys from the States. They're going to go the international route. But I know that they do have some talent on that team.
Yeah, we'll get to see some of that talent at Duel in the Desert. They'll be present there, the first West Coast event. So I'm
Yep.
excited to see that and looking forward to that.